Good evening, this is Tim Johnson, and the Election Day edition of the Brattleboro Selectboard meeting is next here on BCTV. Remember to vote early, and no, not often, just once. Tonight, the Select Board will deal as liquor commissioners with a liquor and entertainment license for the new owners of the former Weather Vane, now to be known as the Inferno, grants from the U.S. Department of Justice to reimburse half the cost of purchasing one bulletproof vest for the police department, a contract to purchase an upgrade of bar lights for the police cruiser fleet, appointments for the Brattleboro Conservation Commission, the West River Park Committee, naming the private drive off Green Street as Garden Drive, serving 3 separate parcels, and a motion to authorize the town manager to hold a hearing requesting that an estate be given to the town of Brattleboro for use of schools in the town. Please stay with us. The Brattleboro Select Board is next here on BCTV. Thanks for watching.
They like that in there better.
Well.
Good evening. I'd like to convene the regular meeting of November 2nd. We are an hour and 15 minutes early due to the election. We have people interested in that, so we are here a little bit early. Has the meeting been officially warned?
It has.
Okay, I would accept a motion on the minutes from
Tuesday, October 12th.
October 12th.
Tuesday, October 12th. So
Yeah, that was a special meeting.
No changes.
No
It's all done.
changes. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Abstain? 301. And then a motion on the minutes for October 19th.
So moved.
Any corrections? And all those in favor signify by saying aye. And one abstention.
One abstention.
301. Okay. We have rather a light agenda here this evening. Chair's remarks, just a couple. As Tim alluded to, it's voting day. The polls are open till 7 o'clock. Please exercise your right to vote. As any election, they're all important, so let's hope that we can get at least 70%. That would be a nice number to hit for Brattleboro. I'd also like to thank Kathy Erfer. I mentioned this at our budget meeting the other day. And there we go. And Kathy received an award for the documentary that she did on the wastewater treatment plant, and really helped the public, inform the public on that, so congratulations. And that's all I have. John, do you have anything?
I do. You have before you a packet of information that hopefully you can review for tomorrow's meeting. This is the loan documents for the $15 million of the recovery zone economic development bonds. And I just got that paperwork today. It needs to be submitted by November 15th, and our next regular scheduled meeting isn't until the 16th. And rather than call a special meeting, I asked to have it on the agenda tomorrow.
Very good.
Thank you.
And we'll do that. Committee reports? Nothing? Public participation? There you go.
People.
Couple of people. I'll accept a motion to go into liquor commissioners.
So moved.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, 4-0. We are now liquor commissioners. What do we have first up? We have a entertainment license for Inferno Entertainment. They're going to be 6 to 1.
For discussion's sake, I would move that we approve an entertainment license for Inferno Entertainment Incorporated, requesting for a new business located at 19 Elliott Street, formerly known as the Weather Vane.
Okay. Discussion?
Is there anyone, obviously there is no one here from the
Yeah.
Weather Vane, and I thought they were going to be.
What I don't see here is
That's only till 1 a.m.,
1
right?
1 a.m., correct.
I think that's on the application.
It is.
Right.
Someplace I saw it when I was reading it over the weekend.
Yep.
But what I don't see here is the,
You just did the entertainment though, right?
I just did the entertainment. Yep.
yeah, okay, all those in favor of the entertainment license signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? 5-0 on the entertainment license, and now the liquor license.
Mr. Chairman, I would move to approve the liquor licenses, or liquor license for Zachary Leroy, DBA The Inferno at 19 Elliott Street, with the additional, with one condition, and that is that the owner attend the quarterly meetings that Martha and I, along with the chief of police and the assistant chief, have been attending, along with the town manager and other bars in that area. I'd like to speak to that if I could.
Okay, we have a motion on the floor, and we have, Jesse has amended that, so go ahead.
You know, my view is that it doesn't, well, let me put it a different way than that. This is a bar that we have required, the location of this bar has been required to attend these quarterly meetings, and they've done so, except for the last one because the owners were in the process of negotiation of a sale. But although the owner may make a difference in, with respect to the bar, this is still going to be a bar that's going to be at the same location as the previous bar was, and I think that at least for the time being, for the next two meetings, we've got two more meetings, quarterly meetings, one in January, February timeframe, and then there'll be another one probably in April, May timeframe, that this bar should be, or the owner of the bar should be required to be at those meetings as a condition of the license.
Further discussion?
I would concur with Jesse, and I think it's important that in Jesse's motion, he said "an owner." So I think it's important that the owner be there to talk with us.
Dora?
Well, I have a question, because is it going to be named the Inferno, or is Inferno the company? Because the question I have is, if it's not named the Inferno, then don't we have to have a name?
Well, it's a,
It's going to be doing business as
Doing
Inferno, it says
business,
in the
yeah.
application.
Yeah.
Top right-hand side of the first page of the application. is
Yeah.
the-
But it's called Inferno Entertainment Incorporated, and
Right.
Yeah, but it's
so
also going to be the Inferno Bar.
is it, okay, because that's what because I mean, I see in here that they're saying the Inferno, but in the application, it just has the name of the company.
Well, we will make note of that and make sure that that is in fact the name of the bar, the Inferno.
Okay.
Further discussion? All in favor of the amended motion signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? 5-0. And that, I suspect, would make B here, the Weather Vane Bar, a moot point at this point.
It does, Your Honor, it does.
And so I'll accept a motion to come out of Liquor Commissioners.
so moved.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. Thank you. New business. Accept and appropriate a grant for Police Department Bulletproof vest. The board is, okay.
Good evening. We sent a memo up in April to apply for the Bulletproof Vest Grant. You received a memo from the grants manager last week, and it says it's for one bulletproof vest. It's actually for half the price of 2 bulletproof vests, which would be the $627. That's for 2 bulletproof vests, not for one. They pay for half the cost of those.
Okay. I would accept a motion
I
on this.
would move approval to accept and appropriate 627 grant form, the U.S. Department of Justice to reimburse one half of the cost of purchasing 2 bulletproof vests, one for the chairman and one for the vice chair.
Sometimes I feel like I need that, Martha. Discussion.
Yeah.
Yes, Jesse?
There was, attached to our materials, Chief, was an email from the 7th of this month, last month, and it talked about a waiver so that we could get I guess 100% of the cost of each vest submitted for reimbursement. Is that, I mean, were we going to get one vest and get the whole cost of that paid, and we're just splitting it over 2?
I understand, so we split it over 2, they pay for half the percent. If they'll waive it and we can get 100% of one, then we'll still pay for 100% of the other. It's,
Right.
either way, it's going to be $627.
We can't get 2
Ballpark.
vests, though, fully paid for.
If we can, we'll try.
Okay, okay, good.
Further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion on the floor signify by saying aye. Aye, opposed, 5-0, thank you. And you guys are gonna stay right there. And emergency cruiser lights.
With the Recovery Act grant, we applied for one of the projects in there was to replace all the lighting and sirens in the vehicle. We did a sealed bid process, and I'll let Captain Fitzgerald explain. Once the bids were received, he evaluated those, and he's going to make a recommendation to award that bid.
The bids went out in early October, and we received them on the 19th of October. They were opened at department head meeting on the 20th, and there was 4 companies that put in for the bid. And what I request is the board approve the contract or the bid to HMQ out of Marlborough, Massachusetts. They came in with the low bid with $32,941. And that's to replace the light bars, the computer mounts that will go in there, the center consoles, to include delivery, pickup and delivery of the cruisers. They underbid quite a bit by all the other companies.
I'll accept the motion.
I move that we approve a contract with, is it HMQ or MHQ, whichever, of Marlborough, Mass. in the amount of $32,388 for the purchase of LED lights to upgrade the bar lights on the police cruiser fleet.
Now, a question I have for you is, when our cruisers are coming to their end of their lifespan, which we probably have a couple coming to, will we take this stuff off and put it on the new cruisers?
We will try to do that. What we, in the capital plan, we built in to purchase cruisers fully outfitted. So we'll look at when they come to the end of their life expectancy, they normally have newer and updated equipment that this stuff is old, outdated. It's more time and effort to take it off and put it on. It's usually more expensive to do that. And then you get into operational problems. It just doesn't work right.
Okay. Further discussion? Jesse?
In your memo, Captain, you indicate that we're going to get 10 each of the LED light bars, sirens, et cetera. But the MHQ bid that we have only has 6 of those warning light systems. Is there, I couldn't figure out whether we're going to get 6 or 10 or something in between.
No, how they broke it down is all the vehicles are not getting the same light packages.
Oh.
Like some of the detective vehicles, the SUV, the low profile, so they're all getting various different forms of light bars.
Dora?
Well, I know I asked this question the last time we were talking about the lights, but these can have that dimmer slightly so that it's not so bright.
We talked about dimmers.
We talked, yeah,
We did.
okay, good.
And the answer to your question is yes. It was more blinding to us
Yeah,
than the
it-
passerbys, yes. Yeah.
Further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion on the floor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? 5-0. Thank you. Thank you, boys. Committee appointment.
Mr. Chairman, since I know Mr. Schreiner and think he would be a great addition to the Brattleboro Conservation Commission, I would move to appoint Stephen Schreiner to the Brattleboro Conservation Commission.
Okay, discussion, conversation. Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion on the floor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. Thank you, Stephen, and welcome. Committee appointment for the West River Park.
I move that we appoint Nat Henry to the Brattleboro West River Park Committee.
Discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of Matt Henry to be on the West River Park Committee signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0. And a name change for a road, Garden Drive, and this is off of Green Street. And I would accept a motion for a name change.
What is it called now?
I don't think it has
It's just a
any
drive,
names.
I
it's
think
just a drive.
What's that?
Just a
Just a
driveway.
drive?
Just a driveway.
I would move that we name the private drive off Green Street, serving parcels 2753460000, 275347000, and 27534.000. That's Garden Drive.
Well, the question I have, and of course, I don't think there's anybody here to answer that question, and that is that that's a fairly, I mean, that's been a driveway for a while and it's fairly narrow, and the question I have is, you know, once we're naming it, does that bring it into another category in which it's not sort of up to regulations as far as like width, because it's a pretty narrow drive, it's a pretty narrow drive right now. I mean, it's just a driveway between, you know, a couple of houses. And I don't think there's anybody here that can answer that question, but that would be the question I would, you know, I don't,
It says a private drive, and we
Yeah.
did this 2
We did
weeks ago,
this
I
2
think,
weeks
or
ago
4 weeks ago on another one.
Yeah.
But it doesn't make it a town highway that I'm on.
no, well, not it being a town highway, I just was wondering if it brings it into like another category of road where it has to be wide enough to, because, I mean, I'm guessing the reason they're naming it is for 911 purposes, and I'm not sure a truck, you know, can get in there, but that's, you know,
I don't think there
It's
was-
still designated as a private street according
Yeah.
to the,
okay.
Yeah.
I think it's a matter of giving it a name, and that's it.
That's
Yeah.
it.
Further discussion? Seeing none,
Very lonely.
all those in favor of the motion on the floor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? 5-0.
That's her name. There's a garden in her email.
Probate court petition. I would accept the motion.
Move to authorize the town manager to sign the petition for hearing requesting a hearing to determine if the estate of Eleanor Rogers shall SG to the town of Brattleboro for the use of schools in the town.
Discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor?
Well, it's just,
Oh,
I
excuse
guess,
me.
I have not looked at the statute, but I'm assuming that that's what happens when it cheats to the town, it goes to the school, not to our general fund.
I think,
I believe that's the case.
Okay. It's unfortunate, but that's the town school budget.
further discussion? Seeing none, all those in favor of the motion on the floor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Okay. Correspondence, you have a quarterly report. And you have an update on the Entergy warning. John, if you would go over the meetings, and tomorrow, I would bring your, if you could please bring your calendar books, because we'll have to schedule 2 or 3 more budget meetings. Hopefully not, but at least we should be able to do that tomorrow. John, meetings?
Okay, as you indicated, there's a special select board meeting at 9 a.m. tomorrow in the select board meeting room. The planning commission meets at 6 p.m. November 8th in the select board meeting room. I guess I read these out of order. Charter Review Commission, 6:30 p.m. November 4th in the Hannah Cosma meeting room. Transportation Committee at 7:30 a.m. November 9th in the Hannah Cosma meeting room. Wastewater Treatment Plant Upgrade Oversight Committee, 4:30 p.m. November 9th, 2010 in the Select Board meeting room. Tree Advisory Committee, 7 p.m. November 9th in the Hannah Cosman meeting room. Human Services Review Committee, 6 p.m. November 10th in the Hannah Cosman meeting room. The Energy Committee, 5 p.m. November 15th, Hannah Cosman meeting room. Development Review Board, 7 p.m. November 15th, Select Board meeting room. Solid Waste Study Committee, 1:30 p.m. November 16th, Hannah Cosman meeting room. Arts Committee, 4 p.m. November 16th, Hannah Cosman meeting room. And the regularly scheduled Select Board meeting at 6:15 p.m. on November 16th.
Bless you.
In the Select Board meeting.
Anything else?
I move we adjourn.
Okay, all those in favor of the motion on the floor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed, 5-0, thank you.
Now that we're out of meeting, I have lunch coming tomorrow after 11. If each one of you guys would bring a big bottle of soda, we've got everything we need.
There you go.
Good
Got
deal.
it.
We can do that.
To do that.
Very good.
Pardon? Something to put in the soda.
Now, I hope you told them not to bring any shrimp or anything, because I am allergic, Martha, to seafood, okay? So,
Good, so we'll have more for the rest of us.
yeah. No seafood, okay?
Is anybody bringing coffee?
Little chicken, maybe not that.
Anybody bringing coffee? You got sandwiches. I'm not gonna be here till like 10 o'clock, 10:30.